think I found what's been eating me cabbages. Perfect environment from in here. There's away from everything that could attack them, and they've got a ready source of food. So I shall be taking care of them shortly. Doesn't appear to be any on this one, which is good. So this one's going outside, and I'm going to rehome the caterpillars. Just got back from work on a Friday evening, and the first job today is going to be to tidy up these slabs as best I can. They're reclaimed slabs, so they've still got the mortar on that was used to lay them. So I'm going to take a couple of hours to chip that off the back, and then they're going to form the paths, and I've got the wood to build the raised beds. I need more pallets, but you can only get what's available. So it's going to be a good start. I could get 2 or 3 paths worth in there. So I'm going to go get my hammer and chisel and make a start on them. Well, that's one down. Just 20 more to go. Didn't quite get as much done yesterday as I thought I was going to do, because some of the slabs have got a hell of a lot of concrete on the bottom. So I only managed to get 4 done yesterday, and that took me about 3 hours. So I've been out and bought myself a new bolster, and this one's got a little handrail on it, hand guard, because I must have whacked my hand about 20 times yesterday. So I'm going to be repeating that again today. Hopefully some of these aren't as bad as the ones that I've got there, but this is the worst one so far. So hopefully with my new super tool I should work through it quite quickly. I've got all my safety equipment. So finally done it. 15 slabs all cleared off and ready to lay. So tomorrow I'm going to start marking out my beds. I've just popped into the Pongy Tunnel, and it looks like these tomatoes have pretty much had it along this side. They're all starting to die off. So I think I'm going to strip them out, tidy the area up. I'm not sure if it's blight or whether it's just old age. I can tidy this, and then I'm just going to let this butternut squash plant do whatever it likes, really. Pongy Tunnel's starting to look a little bit empty over that side now. What I'm going to do is get all these surface weeds out, stretch out the butternut squash to cover the ground, cut off any excess stems that I don't need, and then that'll be that side done. This side still seems to be doing okay with peppers, and they appear to have got a cucumber melon plant that I didn't even put in, that's grown from last year. I must have left a seed in. It's doing pretty well, so I'll just leave it to do its thing. Yeah, so I'm just going to tidy this bed up, and then we'll have a look what it looks like when it's finished. Good morning. It's a rather chilly Sunday morning, but we're not going to let that stop us. Today I'm going to start off by planting some onion sets for overwintering. I'm going to put them into the raised beds that were just by the side of me here, so I'm just going to prepare them ready. They've been filled up with well-rotted manure, some homemade compost and a little bit of soil. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on top, add some lime, because apparently onions don't like it too acidic, a little bit of bloodfish and bone for feed, and I'm going to get the onion sets in. I'm going to plant them at roughly 10 centimetre or 4-inch spacings. Marked out all the planting holes. They're all roughly 4-inch spacings. I'm going to say roughly because it is very rough. And I've got, this is a Senshi onion, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I'm just going to pop one into each hole, firm the soil around them, and then water them in. And then I'm going to cover with Enviromesh, because we do have a problem with allium leaf miner on this plot. So I should get those in now. For the red onions, I'm going with a type called Electric. I've never grown these before, but hopefully I'll do a little bit better than I did last year. And I've just got 3 rows of 4 in each side. So there's just going to be 24 onion sets in here, just to see how they go. And there we have it. all the onion sets are in the raised bed. What I'm going to do is tomorrow when I come down, I'm going to get some pegs from home, some clothing pegs, and just clip the netting on a little bit better than it is. But for now, this should keep the birds off and it should keep the insects from getting in. So I've just got to leave them now to do their thing, and then I'm going to dig up the potatoes in this bed. I'm not sure what they'll be like because they've been left in probably a little bit too long, but we'll see what we get out. That's not terrible. I've got 2 buckets full there. Probably thrown 30% of them away that have been eaten and bitten into. Some of these have got some little holes in, but once they're washed off, I'll be able to assess and get rid of any. I don't think the little holes will be too much. Once they're peeled and cooked, you'll never know. And now I've got this bed just to tidy over, and then it should be ready to get the onions in. So that's it, roughly levelled out. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a good few handfuls of the 6X concentrated farmyard manure to enrich the soil. And I'm going to mark it out for the onions and get those in. And then I'm going up to the second plot to start measuring out for the paths. I don't think I'll be doing a huge amount on there because my back and arms are a bit sore still, but I can at least get it planned out. So yeah, I'm going to get the 6X on here now, give it a tickle over, and then get the onions in. So it's this bed recovered in the bird netting, and the onions are all in the various positions. So just put all the tools away and then pop up to the second plot. It's really warmed up today. It's turned into a lovely day. I'm going to harvest the sweet corn. It's looking ready now, and there's a lot of wood lice all over the plant, so I don't want to start losing any more crops that I should have pulled out on time. So I'm going to take the sweet corn out and see what I can get. I've almost filled the compost bin with the plants, but there's plenty of sweet corn there to go at. This is a variety called Incredible F1, and each of the plants has at least 2 ears on it, and some of them are quite large. So when I get home, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to blanch these and freeze them. I'm going to save a few for me lunch today. Well, it's been a lovely day down the plot today. I've managed to get out 2 buckets of potatoes, a tray of sweet corn, and I've got all my red and brown onions in. I'm going to sow the garlic next week, and I'm going to make a start on the paths. I'll just show you where I've got to now, and then I'm going to go home and get the wood cut to size. Now I know exactly what I need. So I've marked out 2 of the paths. There's going to be one running up here, and then each bed is going to be 1.8 meters wide, which I think is around about 6 feet. So there's going to be a central path there, another path down here where the bamboo canes are there. There's going to be a path there, and then another path running where those canes are, but obviously I can't do anything yet because I've still got the beans drying. And then I'm going to put a small path at the side there as a walkway. So there'll be 1, 2, it'll be 5 beds, each of them 6 foot wide by 2.4 meters long. So I've just got to get the wood cut, bring it up, build the beds and get them all covered over ready for next year. So things are starting to take shape. It's just I can't really get a lot finished because of all the stuff that's still growing, but I can at least make a start. Thought I'd have a quick look at the shallots in the greenhouse, and a few of them have started to sprout, which is good. Only 2 at the moment, but I'm sure the rest will come through over the next week. So that's all I've got time for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next week. Please comment, like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and see you soon.